All right, guys. Welcome back to my channel. Good morning, guys. Welcome back to my channel. Still your boy, the Legend FS Academy. And in this video, in today week analysis, I will be looking at NZDUSD and NZDCAD and also GBPUSD. So, but in my front, I have done my analysis on NZDUSD, and you know how we do it. I also want us to do it together. You know how I'll do it. I always clear my charts to show you guys how I did my analysis and what I'm expecting next. You can see I've done my analysis and my projection on NZD is a buy. And the reason why I said I want to buy, I will show you. And quickly let us head over to a new chart. As you all know, that is how we do it. Then we'll go to a plain chart. We'll scroll down and okay, this is NZDUSD. So first and foremost, you know how we do our things. This weekly analysis will be a little bit long because I intend to digest and demystify NZDUSD so that you can be able to understand why I said I want to buy or why I said I will be anticipating a long on NZDUSD. So first, let's go to monthly time frame. Okay, on a monthly time frame, you know what we'll always look out for. Although I've not been saying this on my channel. I've not been saying it, but that is what I always do. You always know that if you want to do your top down analysis as a swing trader, as a day trader, you have to start from the overall time frame. I call it the big boys time frame. Now, monthly is the big boy time frame for me. Now, first and foremost, when I was doing my analysis, this is what caught my attention here. This is what caught my attention here, and you know it that if we this particular chart pattern here is what we call the morning star. The morning star. So this is what caught my attention on NZDUSD when I was doing my analysis. I saw this a long bearish down, long bearish candle on monthly. And I saw this particular candle, which is lost. Can I say is a doji in form of indecision. And the market closed normally, but the momentum of the bearish was no longer there. So this candle also closed. This is exactly what we call doji, which signify indecision in the market. So on seeing this particular candle closing and engulfing this first one, this second one, and this third one. So we have 7 days left for this particular candle to close. If this particular candle can close in the middle of this particular candle here, if this candle can close here, if this candle close here somewhere here, that will be a lot of bullish run for NZDUSD. First, that was what got my attention on this particular NZDUSD when I was doing my analysis this morning. So now, what am I anticipating for in the next 7 days to come? I will be expecting this candle to close bullish because it has given me a sign, which is the morning star, So I will be anticipating for this candle to close bullish. And again, what really got my attention is, let me zoom in, and you can see. Let me zoom in and draw my. You can see that this particular zone is also a demand zone. A demand zone. You can also see that this particular zone is a demand zone, which has also heard before. Is a particular demand zone. So now the candle has given me what I wanted, and the market is bouncing up. So now I've gotten what I need from the monthly time frame. This is what I just need. I've been able to establish that we are in a serious downtrend until we get to this particular demand zone here, and market is giving me a form of rejection, a form of change of trend, and this is what I needed from the monthly time frame. And how we do it again is we head over to weekly to see what we call chart pattern to see if there's any chart pattern confirming the reversal which the monthly is telling us. Now, what we do next is we head over to our weekly. Now we are on our weekly now. First, we've gotten our what we need from the monthly. Second is on our weekly. Now we can see that there is a chart pattern going on here. The same thing here. When the market got here previously, it gave us a chart pattern, but chart pattern was not clear on weekly. But if we head over to daily, you'll be able to see that chart pattern clearly. Yes, you can see that chart pattern now. The market gave us this chart pattern here, and the market did what? A reverse up. And now we are now back. Let's go back to weekly. We are now back to that same demand zone here now, and the market is giving us a form of rejection. Ideally, if this market wants to continue going down, the market would have just come pull up this particular high here, Market would have just come, and the moment he made this leg to the upside, it would just come and break and continue going lower. But for some reason, the market failed to continue because one, the monthly is saying it wants to reverse, and secondly, we are having this particular chart pattern on a demand zone, on a demand zone. So what I will do next is that I will now come here and say, okay, if this chart pattern will hold, here will be my area of interest. If this chart pattern will hold, ideally I would like this candle to close above this particular neck here. You see that the once we got here, we initially tried, the bull push the price above this particular neckline here, eh, and the bears say no, and they push the price back down and closed below this particular neckline here. So now I will be waiting for a clean close above this neckline, a clean close above this neckline. So now I've gotten that. Do we have a chart pattern on the weekly? Yes, we have a chart pattern. What is the monthly saying? The monthly is telling us that it wants to reverse back up, and we go to weekly. What is the weekly saying? The weekly is saying that there is a chart pattern confirming a reversal, but do we start buying? No, we don't start buying. We want to confirm that this chart pattern will hold. The principle of this chart pattern is that if this market can successfully break and retest, that is the principle of this chart pattern. So now we are waiting for this chart pattern to happen. Now we have gotten the information we need from the weekly, from the monthly, the weekly. Now we head over to our daily. Our daily is where we now plot our line, our support and resistance, make our Fibonacci zone and other things. Then 4 hour, 1 hour is where we execute our trade. So now this is a top-down analysis. You come from the monthly time frame to the lower time frame so that you can be able to trade in line with what the monthly, the weekly, the daily is saying. And you will not be caught up by ordinary pullback. You're thinking that the market has reversed. So when the monthly says buy, buy is buy because monthly is concrete. So now we now head over to our daily. Now we are now on our daily. Here is where we now, okay, let me delete this so that everything will look clean. So now here you can see this is the line we've initially drawn from our weekly time frame, that the market broke above it and came back. So on a daily time frame, now we can see that this market has closed. Initially, when the market attempt here, it should back, it should back. But on the daily, if you observe well, the market has been ranging in within here, giving us this kind of formation. The market has been just trying to break, just giving us this kind of formation here. And this is a sign that the market don't want to continue lower. And the market broke above, and the market now is back for a retest. It's now back for a retest. What I did in my normal analysis was that when I came here, I bought this particular daily. This particular daily will not tell me what next. If you check my analysis on the NZDUSD, you can see that was what I did. That was what I did. Okay, let me zoom it out so that you'll be able to see it. You can see it. I bust it. You can see the way I bust it, because this daily will now interpret what will happen next for me, what will happen today, tomorrow, and next. So that's why I bust it. So I will still tell you the reason why I did it. So now we are back on this particular NZD. So now I bust it so that if this daily can successfully close bullish, close bullish, that is where I will not be saying, okay, before this candle will close bullish, this daily candle will close bullish, we can now 4 hour must have been printing what we call another chart pattern, confirming that this break and retest is valid. Understand one factor first, that we are from this particular downtrend, and the market flipped from down. Look, from down here, the market came here, flip bullish, breaking this particular high that led to the break of this low here. The market broke above it. Now the market has flipped bullish from our daily standpoint, and the market is now back to that particular neckline, to retest that particular neckline. Now, if I should pull out my fib zone, let me pull out my Fibonacci. If I should pull out my fib zone from swing low to swing high, okay, I will not be using that swing. I will not be using this swing because this swing low is near. Let me use this swing low, from swing low to swing high here, somewhere here. So now you can see that the market is below, is just about 0.5 zone. Then if I should use this particular swing low here, if I use this particular, the recent swing low that I'm seeing, the market is currently at 0.6%. I think this swing low will be better because this was the initial low that led to the break of this structure. So this particular swing low is the perfect one. So from this particular swing low to this particular swing high, my extension is somewhere here. My extension is somewhere here. Overall TP, but I will show you another thing. I will show you another thing from the monthly time frame just before I proceed. Now you can see that we are on this particular 0.618, and this is the most considered fifth golden zone, 0.5 and 0.6. Anything inside 0.5 and 0.6 is a perfect place to start buying if you get your confirmation right. So let me delete this my fifth zone. I've gotten what I need. Let me quickly go back to monthly and show you something on monthly time frame. You can see that if this market successfully give us what we are looking for, the next overall zone will be here. Overall zone will be here, or this particular neckline here, somewhere here. And you can see that this neckline also align with that fib extension. You see, but I will still be keeping eyes on here. My first TP will be this neckline here. So let me go back to my daily and continue what I'm doing. So now on this particular, let me delete let me delete this out of my way. Then now the market is here. Now let me head over to the 4-hour to now check, okay, what would I be looking for? In 4 hours, I need to see a chart pattern. You always know how I do it. I need to see a clean chart pattern, something like this, confirming that this particular pullback to this neckline is over. Because the market can just continue coming down like this without giving you a proper a confirmation, without giving you a confirmation. So because currently from the 4-hour standpoint, we will still be in a bearish move. So you want to wait for 4 hours if you are taking your trade on 4 hour or 1 hour. You want to wait for 4 hours to align with the daily. You want to wait for daily to align with the weekly. You want to wait for weekly to align with the monthly. Before all these criteria will be fulfilled, best believe that monthly must have closed whether bullish or bearish. That is why it is called top-down analysis. When you're on your 4 hour and 4 hour is not giving you what you want, switch over to daily. Daily will definitely give you what you. If you don't see, switch over to weekly. And when monthly is not giving you what you want, all you have to do is that just leave that pair for the moment and go and look for another pair, because they must be in line, they must be in sync. That is what I did. The previous video I shared, I said for me to take a trade, direction must have 3 time frame must align in my direction. So now let me head over to 4 hours and see what 4 hours is holding for me. Now let me adjust this my bust here. You can see what I said, that the market is still in a bearish move. Like the market came here, pull down here, came up, pull down. Ideally, the market can just come here also and start coming down and start doing something like this. So we are still in a bearish move from the 4-hour standpoint. So you don't want to be buying when we are in a bearish move. You want the 4-hour to flip bullish before you buy. You get my point? You want the 4 hour to flip bullish, to line up with the daily. And before this guy will flip bullish, best believe this daily must have closed. It's either it will close bearish or bullish. I don't know why this Oando market providers is showing different candle from what I have on my on this particular forex.com. You can see that the candle is different. This one is showing some bullish move. Why this is forex.com. Why Oando is just showing me bearish, but that is it, by the way. So let me continue where I stopped. This thing just carried me over. So before 4 hour will flip bullish, best believe that daily must have closed is either bullish or bearish. If this particular daily candle that is forming that I bust, if it wants to continue down, I will know. Why will I know? How will I know? I will know inside my 4 hour, because inside there will be where my key factor will come in. If that daily wants to continue higher, ideally we'll just come and do something like this and shoot up. But here is where I'm keeping my eyes on. This particular zone here on 4 hours is where I will be keeping my eyes on. This particular zone here is where I'll be keeping my eyes on. This particular zone here is where I'll be keeping my eyes on. If this guy can successfully close above this particular guy, I will not be in haste. If this guy can successfully come, because this was the high. If you know how to read market structure properly, this was the high that led to the break of this particular structure here, because the market broke this structure to the downside and the high that was responsible for it was this particular high. It was the one that led to this particular break of this structure here. So I will be also waiting until that high is taken out. So I will be waiting until this particular high now is also taken out. If this market can close above this particular high now, that will send a signal to me that, hey, that the market wants to continue up, that the market has flipped bullish in line with daily, in line with weekly and monthly. And before this guy will flip bullish, best believe that monthly must have closed also bullish. The day must have closed bullish. It may be Tuesday, it may be Wednesday, but best believe that in within this particular zone here, this boss here, this guy must have closed bullish for the day. So if this guy closed bullish, then 4 hour will give you what we call a chart pattern. If the daily doesn't close, if the daily continues something like this, if the daily continues something like this, 4 hour also we continue going down like this in this form. 4 hour will continue going down in this form. Why? Because the daily has not given him the will I say a command to flip bullish. In this business, we have to reference the big boy. The weekly is the big boy to daily. The daily is a big boy to 4 hour. The monthly is the overall big boy. So now, once the daily said, okay, now 4 hour, flip bullish, that is clean. 4 hour will now violate this particular 4 hour will now violate this particular downtrend here. Eh? It will now violate this particular downtrend and flip bullish, something like this. This is what you will see on 4 hour, and it may happen inside this box or not. But what I'm doing is that if it happen is if the daily did not close there bullish inside there, if tomorrow we have another day, I will also bust that daily candle. I will also bust it. Then I will go over to 4 hour to check what is going on my 4 hour to see if 4 hour can flip bullish. And if 4 hour flip bullish, that means daily has closed bullish, giving us a candlestick pattern. And you also need to watch out for candlestick pattern. This also can also represent a morning star, but I'm not saying it's a morning star until it's confirmed to us that it's a morning star, because morning star we can have a two drop candle and we have something like indecision in the middle, and we have another bullish engulfing this particular zone. If that happen, I will be I will be very much interested to log NZDUSD, and overall I will be very much interested to take my zone here. But first TP will be somewhere here. I'll have to close half of my position here. Then I'll have to hold the remaining one, pending on when the market will change phase. I'm not saying everything will happen the way I said it, but if you watch my previous video about the trade call I've called, most of them happen the way I always say it. So that is what I have on NZDUSD. Please, you have to be patient. You have to be patient to wait for your setup to come in line. Just wait for what we call, you've heard everything I said about NZDUSD. Wait for a perfect change of trend here to go long. You can see what I have also in my other analysis here. You can see that I'm just waiting patiently. This is the zone I told you that I'll be waiting for until it break. I also have it in line. If this zone can be taken out and my fib extension is here, and my overall TP is here on this particular NZD USD. So let me quickly touch on NZDCAD and see what NZDCAD have for me. NZDCAD, I entered this trade last week. I want to buy. It took me out of loss. Why I entered this trade was because of this particular zone here. Because of this particular zone here, I was thinking that this particular zone will hold. If you understand why I said so, this was a high and a low. This was a low here, and this low makes this particular high to the upside. So I was thinking that this particular guy will stop here, but nevertheless, that is just it, and it took me out of loss. So I reanalyzed and I re-strategized, and I figure out why and what happened. And that is the duty of a trader. Once something happens, you have to just take a quick break from that particular trade. Don't enter immediately. Reanalyze and re-strategize and know what happened. Why did you take loss on that particular trade? And that was what I did. And I figured out that this particular NZDCAD, there was what we call proper testing and improper testing. This particular guy has not given us what we call proper testing. So ideally, I'm waiting for this guy to come and test this particular zone here. NZDCAD and NZDUSD is similar. That is why I don't want to go in details to do the top-down analysis. They are also similar with NZDUSD, just the same thing, but a little bit different. But they are correlated most times. So now what I'll be waiting for is still simple. On this particular guy, I will want this particular daily candle to still dip down to at least to create a base on this particular neckline here, just like what it did here. You can see this particular candle here, this particular candle, this particular doji candle. If you check on 4 hour, it was it that can oh, sorry for that. Let me delete this thing. Where is what I was? Okay, I didn't get it. Let me go back. I made a mistake there. Sorry, guys. Okay, let me just open it. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry, guys. This thing is just messing me up. Sorry for the delay. I just want to show you guys something. So now let me do another one. This particular candle here, this particular candle. Let me go to 4 hour and see. Okay, you can see that why I say I will be waiting for this particular guy to deep down more is that I want it to create a base, if possible, deep down to take stop losses. You can see that this guy also came down below, created a base. A base means that he came and sat upon that particular support zone and probably deep down. He has gotten enough stamina now to create another base. You know, when you are building a house, you have to do a DPC. You want to build a story building, you have to do a DPC, and you have to deck the DPC to make everything look nice. And after then, you have to do what we call German floor. That is a base for that house. So same thing trading. You have to wait for this market to give you what they call a base. You can't just start buying from here. The market has not given you any base. You can't just start buying from here. That is a recipe for disaster. You have to wait for this market to at least deep down, then start forming what I call base. This chart pattern is what I call base. On seeing this chart pattern, you can be able to tell that this market is now creating a base to buy. Then let's go on to 1 hour on this particular zone also. You can see that that base was clear on this particular 1 hour. If you go to 15 minutes, it was clear also. On this particular 1 hour, the base was clear. And the moment the market gave it, it rallied up. So that is what I will be waiting for on this particular guy. I will not be moved by this particular move he's making, because I don't want to take a loss on particular trade twice. I don't want to take it. If I take a loss on particular trade twice or 3 times, ideally I will leave that trade for like 1 month or like 2 weeks. I will not touch it at all. So I will just be waiting patiently to see what we do. So on NZD card, you have to wait patiently. Let the market give you a base. A base is what can lead you. A base is telling you that the market is losing its momentum. The way the market is coming, if you now start buying, the market can just come and start shooting down. Can just and start shooting down, start going down like this, without giving you a base. The base can come somewhere here. Once you see this on chart, just know that this is the base, that the market is tired of going down. And this is what I have for you on NZD card. I don't want this video to be too long. Let me quickly go over to my most favorite pair at the moment. But I've not gotten any entry on this particular GBPUSD because of DSY. So now this particular guy is what I've been calling for. I called this particular guy also last week here. I said this particular guy was going to come. This is a daily boss. You also know that I use this boss most time. That is a daily box also. And I'm still expecting. I said this particular guy will still rally down here, and the market rally down. And I didn't take a trade on this particular guy because I was not fully comfortable with the way DSY and GBPUSD is moving. I was so pissed off. I am not even interested in GBPUSD at the moment. But best believe that if DSY cooperates, we may see a GBPUSD rallied up to this particular zone here. This particular zone here. And if GBPUSD can rally and close above there, we'll be looking for this particular zone. But ideally, I will not be taking any trade on GBPUSD, even though the GBPUSD rallied there, because DSY is kind of messed up. But DSY is quickly going to shoot down. But when is it going to happen is I don't know. But I've done my technical analysis. I know that DSY will definitely shoot down. And if DSY shoots down, GBPUSD will also shoot up. And this is what I have for you guys in a nutshell. Until I come your way again, and don't forget, don't be in a haste. Always wait for a proper confirmation before you enter a trade. Still your boy, the Legend FS Academy. I still remain your boy. Please, if you like me, if you like the way I teach, if you like my video, please give me a thumbs up. And if you don't also like it, you feel I've done trash, also give me a dislike, and I also appreciate it. But please tell me in the comment box below what to do to improve in my next video. I still don't know. No one is island. No one knows it all. Even the most professional trader is still learning somehow. So I will see you in my next video. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Let's go together until we attain the level I call CPT level. Consistent, profitable trader. Bye for now. I will see you some other time again.